do want to do one thing, and that is the folks that got funding. So prior to being at Switch, I started a company called Verity Communications, raised the capital, built it up, sold it in 2007. That's a hard thing to do, to get that first round of money. I know how hard that is, so another round of applause for Windsor. There's a tremendous market opportunity, right? Because we're seeing this groundswell start to happen. A lot of you are working in this space, you understand the applications that are occurring, and it's pushing everything to somewhere else. It's, in enterprises, it's creating a problem. There's a whole new IT management system now called BYOD, bring your own device. It's creating a problem in large enterprises because people are going, look, I don't want to use this ancient laptop you're giving me. I like traveling with my iPad. I like using that when I go places. And that's creating a security problem and a management problem and a computing problem because all of that infrastructure's got to go somewhere. And so when you look at the drivers for cloud computing and what's out there, mobility is one that really plays into that. You know, there's several problems when you talk about cloud computing that creates for the data center, the density of compute that's in that environment, the scale at which it has to be built out, all of that, and the security by which it has to be monitored. Those are all tough things for cloud providers. And to say, yeah, I'm going to build applications and manage infrastructure and manage the building that it's in, and it needs to be huge and big in its scale, you're going to fail. So you have to outsource a part of that. And infrastructure being in a location like the SuperNAP solves all of those problems from power and cooling and security constraints. And the other thing that you need is compute and storage. And we've been working very extensively on this. This is Switch Cloud City. We've basically been aggregating all the top cloud providers into one physically secure location. So when you want to build your next application, don't go to the Amazon cloud. It's a waste. Right? You get bad customer service. They're going to charge you for bits and bytes in and out of the cloud. You're not going to know how to scale. And oh, by the way, they're not going to tell you where your data in your application is. You're going to be lost, right? The companies that have built infrastructure here within the SuperNAP, and what we've done is we've aggregated the top cloud providers into one physically secure location. So if you got an application you want to build, or you got infrastructure you want to build, give me a call. We'll point you in the right direction. You can use one of these cloud providers right here in the SuperNAP and right here in Las Vegas. And you'll have all the connectivity you need. You're not going to be constrained there. Our cloud providers take advantage of that cloud connectivity network that's been built. And we've really created an innovative ecosystem. All the tools are here, and they're all available for you. Any questions?
All right. I want to talk about text messages. So who text messages here? Pretty much everybody. Have you ever had one misinterpreted? Yeah. Taken out of context, maybe? Have you ever been unable to express yourself fully? So even with all this technology we have today, it's not enough to really express ourselves. So we bring a Yaris messaging. That really brings facial expression back to text messaging. So how it does that is it lets you accompany your text messages with your facial expressions, the actual one you're making at that moment maybe. When you're talking with someone face to face, your body language gives a lot of direction to the conversation, whether you're interested, you're not interested, maybe you're showing that you really want to hear more. Well, that's lost with text only. So we're bringing part of that direction back. So we want our customers to get really hooked on this product. We want to show that the new standard of texting is with your expressions. We want this to be really priceless and invaluable experience, but we're giving it a value of $2. So after about 2 weeks. So after that, we think it's going to be really worth it to be able to express yourself to your friends and family all the time. You'll never be able to go back to text only. It's going to be really fun to use because as you've been seeing so far on the expressions through these slides, they're really fun to take new expressions and be able to really get just the right expression to show how you're really feeling that moment. So join us in testing and developing our application. We'd love to hear from you. Come talk to us afterwards. You can follow us on Twitter at Yaris. Register with us at yaris.me. We're going to be sending out our beta soon. If you have an Android phone, it's going to be an Android first. Let us know. We'd be happy to get you our beta. And you can email me directly, rd@yaris.me. And we'd like to thank our face models, Jane, up there with a startup called Sleepbot, Jason, my friends Ratna and Eddie. And thank you Vegas Tech Startup Weekend and Loma Las Vegas. Thank you.
If you're not familiar with NameCheck and you have your laptop out or your computer next to you, you just type NameCheck, namechk.com into a browser and you'll get this interface. And very quickly what this is it lets you type in a username that you're thinking about using across all your social networks, hit the check button, and in one page automatically get a report of whether or not that name is available on all of these social networks. Now, obviously, the advantage of this is you don't have to check each social network for each name that you want to try out. Everything is here within seconds of typing your name in. Namecheck also checks to see if domain names are available that are attached to that particular name. We at Namecheck thought, hey, okay, let's go ahead and do this. You can now have Namecheck on your mobile device. So we're announcing today at Momo LV, you can now go to the App Store and download Namecheck. It's 100% free. It runs a great native experience on your iPhone and on your iPad. And stay tuned if you've got Android and Windows Phone, those are coming soon as well. So next time you're at the post office or at the park, we got you covered. So you can see, there's Jennifer. You can see the names starting to come in here. You can also sort it by availability, so all of the matches appear at the top. You can scroll down and see the ones where a particular name is not taken. Wow, Kitty is available in a lot of these things. But basically, once you're done, you can take these reports and save them. If you go to Save Searches over here, I have a Save Search prepared. You can tap on that and review your saved searches and actually even mail it to yourself or your clients. So that's really simple. That is Namecheck for iOS.
Foursquare, basically it's unlocking your city, finding specials, finding out where your friends are. And I love it because I get to stalk all my friends, you know, so that's the, that's the number one reason. But before I dive into the data here, if you guys have your red pill, swallow it now. We're about to go down the rabbit hole. And if you want, take the blue one and just kind of dumb out. So next slide, please. Okay, so Foursquare launched at South by Southwest in March of 2009. There's around 15 million users worldwide, and by default, if you really think about Foursquare, most people attach their Twitter handle to Foursquare, and if you do, you get your own unique username. So basically, by default, there's about 15 million Twitter users on that as well. There's over 1.5 billion check-ins that have happened on their social service, which is that's a pretty good number for only being around 2 years. And there's approximately 80 check-ins per second and 2,500 queries per second and 250 updates that happen on Foursquare every single day, every single second. That's what you see. Super users, however, we're the ones that fix the community. We're the ones that keep the data integrity up to par. So if you can go to the next slide, I can tell you a little bit more about that. So here's what a super user page looks like. I know it's a little small. I wish I could blow it up a little bit for you guys. But basically on the right-hand side here are all of the quick links. So the style guides, how to create the venue in the right format. There's also super user tools. There's an official site for that, Get Satisfaction, which is the community part of that. But you'll see over here on the left, these are the tools. So if I want to confirm an address change, I can do that. I can go into your venue right now and say, all right, well, the address is incorrect, the pin's in the wrong place. Let me go ahead and fix that, and I'll go fix that for the community. So, Foursquare Day. I became so passionate about this, and so did our team, Finesse, that we said, why not declare it a day? They did it last year in New York City. The Mayor Bloomberg proclaimed Foursquare Day in 2011. Said, why not get it here in Vegas? We already have this proclamation. We have it in hand. Here's it's signed by the Honorable Carolyn Goodman, the Mayor of Las Vegas. So 4/16, Foursquare Day. Pretty simple. Foursquare Day. Just remember that. And if you have any questions, make sure you ping me or anybody on my team, or you look for Foursquare Day tags that will be dropping out throughout the city. We need your support, we need your help, and anything that you guys can do or anything that I can do to help you guys, feel free to just give me a call or just ping me on the net somewhere. So thanks, guys.
we love robots. So we grew up with robots. We grew up with Star Wars and with Transformers and cool robots, not just, you know, everyday robots, but very, very cool robots. When I was a kid, my cousin, when you asked him what he wanted to be when he grew up, told you that he wanted to be a robot, which is a little difficult, and it took him a few years to get over that, but it was what he wanted. Unfortunately, however, robots have become a little bit of a modern letdown. You know, growing up being promised everyday awesome robots, and now robots are one of two things. They're either too cheap and stupid, or they're extremely expensive and only the plaything of huge companies like Asimo here, or Honda. So why do cool robots cost so much money? One of the reasons is that they are made up of complex and expensive components. To have a robot, you need a powerful processor. You need an assortment of sensors. You need internet connectivity. You need the ability to be mobile, and you need a software platform that is capable of combining all of these capabilities into one thing. Well, everyone here at Mobile Monday should be very familiar with most of these capabilities. In fact, any one of the millions of people in the world who own a certain type of device should be very familiar with almost all of these capabilities. That device is a smartphone. You have in your pocket right now a device that has one of the fastest processors in the industry. It has an assortment of sensors, from an accelerometer to a camera to GPS. It also contains always-on connectivity. So we thought, why have this incredibly powerful device wasting time in your pocket, when instead you could take this device that is almost a robot, that is almost Romo, and turn him into something a little more special. Romo is a robot that uses your smartphone as a brain. By leveraging the incredible capabilities of the devices that are sitting in your pocket, we were capable of creating a cheap robotics platform that is able to move around and interact with its environment. By leveraging the App Store and the Android market, you can develop, or you can download brand new behaviors straight to your device from anywhere in the world. Now, a lot of you are thinking, yeah, he's cute, but what is he capable of? The first app we built, Romo Remote, allows you to drive Romo around and use the camera present on your device to view the environment of what she's driving around with. You can interact with the environment, you can talk through the Romo speaker, and all of this is available out of the box. You can do with Romo, right when you purchase him, 90% of what expensive telepresence robots do at less than 10% of the cost. And because Romo is mobile, you can check on your grandkids from the roulette table. You can make sure your house is safe from the top of the Empire State Building. You can feed your kids, or your dog, or whatever, I'm not going to judge, from the beaches of San Diego. That's not all, however. Romo is fully customizable. We are developing an open API that will allow anybody to distribution on our site, get access to the hardware that Romo is built on. You can move them around, you can control them, you have access to all of our networking, and you can build applications that add behaviors to your Romo. On top of that, we are also building a drag and drop programming language, which will allow people of all ages, all programming capabilities to, on their device, program new behaviors into Romo with a simple, easy to understand visual interface. We love robots, we love building them here, and we cannot imagine a better place to do it. So thank you guys again for coming out and for listening to us talk about something that we love.
So this is my co-founder Buster Benson. That's me, Amelia and Adam and Alex. We are absolutely passionate about coding for behavior change. Now, there's kind of a big problem with health apps. They suck. They're really boring. And so one of the things that we really take to heart is this idea that to change people's behavior, one, you got to do it yourself, right? You got to practice what you preach. And two, you have to make it unboring. You have to speak to your users with a human voice, just as if you were talking to a friend or a family member. So I'll tell you about the technology we're building. Raise your hand if you ate or drank too much yesterday for Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I had some nachos and made too many margaritas, which is making this fun. So we've got something that I think can help with that. Next slide. And we're building something pretty simple, right? We figured that where do you go when you don't know where to start? When you want to make a healthy change, but you're not going to drop 99 bucks on a Fitbit or 150 bucks on a weaving scale. Or you don't know someone in the mobile world, so you can't get a Jawbone up for free. We go to Budge, bud.ge. It's an HTML5 store for health improvement programs that just work. It's stupid simple. You go to Budge, you pick your program, you link up Twitter. If you've got a device, awesome. Link that up too, and we just tell you what to do. Budge will send you messages. You can direct us when and where to reach you, or we will test what works best for you. Twitter, Facebook, email, SMS, based on our testing with 600 users. Okay, this is sort of creepy. We actually integrate with Foursquare, Simple Geo, Twitter's geolocation service, and your mobile at launch data. So we're getting 133 data points about everyone who's using Budge. Jimmy, you didn't know that, did you? And what we found is that most people have hotspots based around habits that you want to make or break. And we're just now testing how to let you identify those and send you messages based on place. So we've actually picked programs, looked at the categories of places that you check in on Foursquare, and we make place-based recommendations to you in real time based on the program that you've picked. Because I suck at coding, one of the most exciting things about Budge is that we built the back-end interface so that eventually this mobile health store will be open to all of you. Each of you will be able to create and launch your own mobile app, and it will be as simple as updating your Facebook wall or writing a blog post. And that's it. Questions, guys? Thank you.
Watch our website for further developments and improvements, and we'll look forward to seeing everyone in mid-April. Okay, thanks very much.